Hey y'all, I took a break. I needed to just, woosah. But I'm back and I'm excited to get into the charts again. Right now we're gonna go over gold. So gold is what I'm looking at for the week. I've always been a gold trader. Like me and gold go together real bad. But I just want to get straight into it. Right here, what I'm looking at on the daily. Also, if you're new, definitely this is going to be a lot of repetition and studying. But once you get it, you're gonna get it, and you're gonna be able to make money no matter what is going on in the economy. Like that's the best thing about learning a skill, because it can't be taken away from you. So just stay locked in. If you're interested in some one-on-one mentorships, I do offer Zoom sessions, and I'm gonna put the link for that in the bio of this video. So it can seem overwhelming, look like a lot, but once you get into it, it all makes sense. Okay. For my traders who are intermediate, just need a little guidance. Hope these free videos can help. Again, if you want more assistance one-on-one, I'm gonna put the link below. Now let's get into it. So looking on gold on a daily chart, I definitely see we are in this uptrend. So you can see this arrow that I drew right here. We have a low right here, a high right here that previously broke. Let me move this. Can I move this? I gotta move this over. Okay. So this high right here previously broke this high right here. I'm also getting adjusted to the new indicators and stuff, because it seemed like they moved a lot of things around. So I've been like playing around like, wait, this wasn't here before, but take a break, but I'm back. I'm gonna get it together. So with this high breaking this high, that shows me that we are changing directions. And also we created a new low right here. I'm making it in bold so you guys can see it stand out. Let me delete that real quick. So looking at this, we have this low, a high, a low, and a continuation. So this is showing me that we are in a uptrend on the daily. So remember, the daily takes a long time to play out. I like to start from the monthly, break it down so I get the big picture, but then I enter off the 1 hour 30-minute time frame. And I'm just giving you guys an overview of what I see happening. So now I know, based off this target, I'm looking for an uptrend. So I take my fib, because my fib tells me where to get out of the market. It tells me how fast it's going to go and where it's going to stop. So based off this fib level, I see my daily TP going around here to 2052.11 right here. And this red rectangular box, you can see these are the previous highs. And if you look on the higher time frame, I believe it's the monthly, you can see looking left in these areas. Let me point them out. See that? Okay, there we go. Looking left here, here, and here. Every time price came to this level of my monthly line, it had a rejection and it went into a downtrend. So that's something to make sure to have in the back of your mind when you're reading your chart. As you can see right here, where we're currently at, and this is the month, so this is the whole last 30 days, it looks like we have a wick pushing up, showing that we could be going bullish, pushing past these highs for a continuation. But we never want to guess what's gonna happen. We always want to take things step by step. Let me go to the 4 hour. So now that I know where we're going, boom, 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 boom. Remember, I said the daily TP is right here. What I like to do is I like to also look at my 4 hour, my 1 hour, and then enter on the 30 minutes. So I already noted right here, looking left, the last 4 times price came to this monthly line, which is this black trend line, the 4 hour candle became bearish. But like I said, since I see that we are in this uptrend, that lets me know that we are still continuing up on that higher time frame, but price can potentially push down a little bit more. on the lower time frame before it continues. So there's opportunities to get in for sales and buys on both ends, just depending on what type of trader you are. So I have my fib hidden on that 4 hour, but I'm about to redraw it right here. So my fib level, it hit 38.2, so that's telling me that price is going to just shoot straight to TP. There's not really going to be no type of slowness, no type of zigzag. It's just going straight there on the 4 hour. Again, the higher the time frame, the longer it's going to take, but that's still letting me know where my overall target is. So now let me go to the 1 hour. Let me delete this so it doesn't confuse y'all. So looking at this right here, there's multiple opportunities to get in. You always want to look for the highs and the lows when identifying structure, because structure is telling you where price is going. So this is going to be a quick little training. I have another video I posted on it, but since, you know, I'm back, it's going to be a refresher for a lot of people. I'm going to draw it out. So when I say highs and lows, we got a low here, high here, low, high, low. You guys see that? You see how all of these are higher than the previous high, and all of these lows are higher than those previous lows, but they're still considered lows. So this is all structure. You have a floor and you have a ceiling. It's like think of a bouncy ball. When you bounce the ball against the floor, it comes up, it could hit the ceiling, come right back down. That's literally what we're looking at on a chart. So now we're gonna get the low, high, low, high, and it's a continuation. So when you see that, that's how you know where to place your fib. You take your fib from that low to that next high. See where it pulls back to, because you want to know where it's going so that you're able to get out the market and make some money. So right here, for instance, this is on a lower time frame. Let's go to 30-minute. Sorry, y'all. The fibs be disappearing because I be trying to keep my charts clean. So for instance, right here, price hit 38.2 and instantly went up to -27, which is TP1. So that was about 240 pips in less than a day. See, 14 hours is less than 24 hours. 241 pips. That means you can make from $100, $300, $500, $1,000 plus. It just depends on how much money you're putting down for it and what your risk tolerance is. So I would say literally like a 240 pips is a lot. So on minimum, you can easily make on the lowest end like $300, $500, depending on how much is in your account. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, I just wanted to point that out real quick to show y'all what I'm looking for next. So let me go back to the 1 hour. Let's delete these, since y'all know lows, highs, and all that. This green area right here, this is what I'm looking for next on my 1 hour. So I have the low here to this high, and now I'm waiting to see where it pulls back. Now y'all might be saying, okay, why didn't you take it to this high or to this high? And that's because those already played out. So let me delete this fib that's behind here so there's not too many lines. So if you take this fib from this low to this high, this already played out. It hit TP1. Boom. That's done. That structure's done. Take it to the next high. Boom. Hit TP1. That's done. Now I just took it to this high right here. Now where I see prices doing, it came back down to 23.6, which tells me that we can possibly be looking for some consolidation, which is sideways movement before price continues up to TP. Another confirmation that we can be looking for consolidation is because we are near this monthly level. So looking left, you see this black line, which is where I put this blue box blue box at, price has stayed in this area for a long time. So like I said, looking left, you see all that consolidation, all that movement has just been right there, zigzagging before continuing with the overall structure. Oops. So that's exactly what I see potentially happening here. So when it comes to making moves in the market, you gather all this data before you execute. Now, I noted a few things here because I marked this up yesterday. We have divergence. So my RSI is showing me a downtrend, yet the chart's showing me an uptrend. So that's telling me that in the future, we're going to be looking for the trend to go into a downtrend. So it's going to change from an uptrend into a downtrend in the future, but not yet. When I know that's going to happen, that's when I have a break and retest of a trend line. So right now, I have this blue trend line right here. I drew it on my 4-hour time frame because the trend lines on the higher time frame, they withhold the best. So they have the highest probability, of it just being correct in a way. Like if price keeps retesting this 4-hour trend line, like it's just, you just know like to get in, because the higher the time frame, the more probable it is, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm using the wrong word. Because if you go on the lower time frame, like it can easily break. Like it might not withhold price that much as the higher time frames. So right now I have this blue 4-hour trend line right here. What I want to see, the market just opened like 30 minutes ago, so that's why this little peak candle right here formed, because when I was marking up, that was not there. But I had noted retest of blue trend line and or green trend line equals entry for buy. So that's why I drew this right here, because I want to see if price was going to pull back to this blue trend line and retest just like it did right here before pushing up. And this is the 4-hour trend line. So I'm gonna put a 1-hour candle because I want to see how that 1-hour candle closes before entering. And I put this green trend line right here, 2 points drawn into the future, because I wanted to see how price, like I said, this pink trend line wasn't here. So this is a little triangle formation for me. So I want to see how price reacts to this trend line. And you can see right now, the candle's not done forming. This is a 1-hour candle. Like I said, the market just opened. It's only 30 minutes in, but we can still see there's a lot of pressure pushing down. So there's a lot of sellers coming in. So let me put an alert right here. Let me actually go on the 30-minute and do the further explanation, because I have some other notes right there. Ooh, this is a lot. I don't want to confuse y'all. Let me move this over. Okay. Here, I noted this on the 30-minute. So the 15-minute fib says TP2 may or may not go, and it may or may not go to TP2. Because like I said, the lower time frames don't always fall through, like it can break. So let me make it make sense. So right here, this is our structure. Let me draw it out. Still getting used to, okay. Low, high, low. It hit 61.8 on my fib, which usually means TP2. And that's exactly where price hit. It came all the way to TP2. But the lower time frame is not always guaranteed to hit TP2. It's always guaranteed to hit TP1, but TP2 is not always guaranteed. So that's why I said 15-minute fib says TP2, that it can hit TP2, but it may or may not. As we can see, that's exactly what it did. So that's why I noted 2. I wanted to see, since we see now it got to TP2, I'm gonna put a alert to see how this candle closes. So once I see if it continues to stay bearish, then I'm gonna be looking for what it does at this blue trend line. So if we push down and we retest it, then I'm looking for price to push back up. But I want to see, we can easily stay like in this area before we get a breakout to see if it's going to go up or if it's going to go down. But if it comes up, breaking this green trend line, and it pushes back down to retest, that's going to be an entry right here for a buy. Okay, but it has to break out. So even if price comes down here to this blue trend line and it retests, you could still get in for a buy. But what I would do is set your stop loss. So your stop loss is literally stopping you out of the market, from stopping you from losing so much money. And it's risk, so you can risk however much money you want. It's not going to be nothing crazy. It's whatever you're comfortable with. If you do decide to get in on this retest, you just want to make sure that your stop loss is at the previous low, so around this area, because price can, like I said, potentially come here, come back to this trend line, break through this blue trend line, retest it, and come down for a little sell. Y'all following? Like, there's different directions. Don't mind this in the background. That is me drawing out another structure. You always want to pay attention to both sides of the market, because anything can happen. Like, yes, my bigger picture is that we're going to be looking for buys, but there's opportunities and things that you can hop in on the smaller time frames to take advantage of. There still has to be some movement down on those smaller time frames before completing that overall trend, if that makes sense. So I'm aware that this is an area, key area, that I'm looking for price to break out of. So that's why I have these drawn charts right here, because I want to see if it comes down here, pushes up, come back to retest for a continuation. Another key thing to look for is stay looking at the highs and the lows. So, for example, if price does this, then I'll see, okay, now we just created a new low, which is higher than this previous low, which is showing me that we're going in an uptrend. Now we come up and another high is made. It's higher than this high, right? Then we come back down here. Then I see this low is higher than that. That's still showing me that we are in an uptrend. So now I'm seeing higher lows are being made, higher highs are being made, and we have a retest. It's a no-brainer to get in and take it up to TP1. And that'll be 243 pips. Now, I'm going to show y'all also what's possible. 243 pips, how much you can make on that. So let's say we get in the market. Let's just say we get in around here, right? So that's going to be 2453 pips. Okay, that's where we're going to set our take profit. So once price gets to that area, it's automatically going to close us out and we take profit. So this is how much you can make. This is a pip calculator on this website. Currency pair, we're going to put gold. Pip amount, it said 2453. Trade size of lot. So this really varies just depending on how much is in your account. If you're not sure what lot sizes are, I have another video breaking that down. You can also just search it on search it on YouTube. And it'll explain it to you. But of course, the higher the lot size, the more money you'll make. But like I said, you don't want to put too much depending on what's in your account. Okay, so let's just say we're going to do 0.50 lot size. That's $1,226 off that one trade. That one trade that will play out within 24 or 48 hours. The longest it'll take is like till Friday, but usually it always plays out within like 2 or 3 days or less, especially if news is coming out. Now let's just say you do 0.20. That's $490.60. That's $500 that you just made off pressing buy or sell. So that's what we're going to be looking for in that buy. If it breaks here, then of course, once we get that break of this blue trim line in a retest, that's when I'll take my fib from that previous high to the low, get it on that retest, and take it down to TP1, and that'll be about 120 pips. And yeah, it's really that easy. Just break and retest. Make sure to set your alarms. Those are super, super important because you don't want to be staring at your charts all day. All right, I hope this helps y'all. What I'm looking for gold for the week. If you need more assistance, one-on-one guidance, I do have Zoom sessions available. Just click the link below on the Calendly link and book your session. All right, let's make this money.